The credit downgrade by Standard & Poor's, one of 3 U.S. rating agencies, has generated political shockwaves, but its immediate impact on financial markets is less clear.
The debt is denominated in dollars. The U.S. prints dollars. How can we not be able to pay off our debt? So I don't know what S&P thinks it's saying if it downgrades U.S. debt.
In theory, the downgrade is supposed to trigger a ripple effect, making continued lending to the government more risky, and so raising borrowing rates throughout the U.S. economy and beyond. Yet on Friday, the U.S. Treasury's 2-year bond sold for a record low interest rate, as investors around the globe fled the stock markets and bought more American debt, still seen as a relatively safer investment. For big foreign lenders, though, led by China, higher interest rates in the future means the value of the U.S. bonds they already own will fall.
China holds about $1.1 trillion in U.S. government debt, and Japan holds about $1 trillion. And if the price drops by 1%, and China will suffer an $11 billion in paper loss immediately.
In an official commentary, the Chinese news agency warned that more devastating credit rating cuts are on the way unless the U.S. learns to live within its means. It called on the U.S. to shrink its military and social welfare costs and yield to international supervision of the dollar. But France and other Western governments minimized the impact of the downgrade.
They were intending to do that downgrade. At the same time, the other 2 major ratings agencies, Moody's and Fitch, continue to have the American economy rated at AAA. So I think people just need to look at all of the facts.
Standard & Poor's blamed its decision on the debt ceiling deal between Congress and President Obama last week. The agency said it fell short of the spending cuts and extra revenue needed to rein in the government's rising burden of debt. But an unidentified Treasury spokesman said the company's analysis was based on a calculating error to the tune of $2 trillion. Yet until the sputtering American economy shows signs of revival, the downgrade reflects a growing perception that the country's most productive days may be behind it. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera.